here in Jacksonville. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone, fighting his way through contact. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Don't let me.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence to throw. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence now he has this complete to Strange, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Flushed out right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. 23 yards on the play. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Burrow on first down, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Third down at 6. Lawrence will throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Lawrence flush to his right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. The ball comes out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 27 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They'll try and run it here. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade and Milliken. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On play action, Lawrence being chased out left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles. They had the... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. The CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play, and of course he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
11.
Back at the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade and Lillican. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Red.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Hey, go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
Gotta go.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
11 MT.
A
Tank.
6-yard
11
pickup
MT.
brings
Tank.
up second
Dot.
and 4.
From midfield now, Burrow rolling to his right.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Dot.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
Hey, we gotta keep scoring.
Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup.
12.
Second and 6.
Dot.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Dot.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's a gain of 4 that time, and the Bengals are going to have a first down.
Dot.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a loss of a yard.
On second down, Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Bengals 21. Evan McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Steps away to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
12.
First down, Bengals.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On first and 10, Joe Burrow dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And now here is another interception.
And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 36. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Lawrence hit him. The ball is free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
recovered by Cincinnati.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 29.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
11.
It's a gain of 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
11, Mighty. 11, Thomas.
Brings up second and 4.
Now it's Burrow.
44-yard line.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
11.
First down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
On third down, Lawrence flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they go play action now. Burrow. And now here is another interception. picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Lawrence forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence steps away. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lawrence to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get back?
And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. Joe Mixon. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On play action, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Foyesade. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 15. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They go play action with Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They're going to keep it on the ground.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides